Hey everybody, it's Martha with Pause Yoga and Fitness. It's been a minute, I feel like, since I've been on here recording a class. And so I decided to get some yoga in with you. I need to do more yoga, certainly, while I'm not teaching, just kind of doing it on my own. And so I kind of felt like it's hot outside and it's cool inside. So hopefully you are able to join. And this is why you're here and you're looking for some mobility work and some strength work and flexibility. So we're going to kind of get everything in a 20 or so minute practice. So let's get started right here on our rolling out your mat. I kind of just hang out on carpet, but roll your mat out, grab yoga blocks. You can grab your strap if you want. And let's get started just in a comfortable seated position. You can close your eyes or gaze down. Actually, you know what? Let's lie down. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's take up lots of space. This feels so much better. Just breathe. Maybe this is the first time you've been still today. Maybe you're going. And so this might be the first time that you're able to check in. Just notice how you're feeling with every breath. Let any tension that you notice in your body go away little by little. And check in with your thoughts with every exhale, letting those thoughts go little by little. Check in with your mood this afternoon, or maybe you're joining me in the morning. Check in with your energy levels. Let's take just one more. You can keep your eyes closed. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, look over to your left. We're going to hang here. Just kind of feel like your left shoulder is coming down, like someone's almost gently pulling it. Finding the space on your neck. One more here. Good. Ease back to center. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, looking over to your right. Again, just kind of thinking about someone's gently pulling your shoulder down. Noticing how this side feels. One more big inhale. And exhale. This pose right here just reminds me of the end of my massage, like the massages I get with my favorite lady. And she, kind of does this where she's pressing on my head and pulling my shoulder down. It just feels so good. All right, so let's bring our attention to our feet as you point and flex. And maybe take a few circles. We'll go in the other direction. And then ease into a full body stretch. Big inhale. And then hug your knees in. And gently rock from side to side. Great opportunity to check in with your lower back. Checking in with your hips. And from here, let's take a twist over to your left. So allowing your knees just to kind of gently ease over there to the left as you gaze right. Wow, I just got a very nice pop in my back. One more. I didn't say it, but your hand can gently press your top thigh down and go a little deeper. All right, let's see if we can't get a pop on the other side. So as we gently let our knees go right, gaze left, just moving very slow. Again, your hand can gently press your top thigh down, going a little deeper. And release. Ease back, knees back into your chest. Feel free to rock, stay still, or maybe even moving into a happy baby. Wow, my camera completely just zoomed in. So nobody wants to see me that close. And our first strength pose is coming up. We're going to ease into bridge here in a moment. So if you do have a yoga block handy, you're going to want to grab that. Let's go ahead and release our feet down to the mat. Heels close in. Again, you can grab your yoga block. Your back is grounded. And as you exhale, let's press into our heels. Squeeze your glutes. Your pelvis is tucked, coming all the way up. And then let's go all the way down. And maybe not all the way, but to a hover. And then right back up for 2. And right back down. And 3. Exhale. 4. Keep going. Just moving at your own pace. I'm going to stop counting. Count to yourself. We're going to go about 5 more. Don't forget to squeeze the block. Squeeze your glutes, bottom to top. Pause at the top. Good. Right back up. Going up 1 vertebrae at a time. Right back down 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to take 2 more here. Last one. Awesome. All right, let's let it go. Walk to your side. Take your feet out wide and windshield wiper side to side. And then moving into cobbler, soles of your feet together. And just placing your hands on your belly, checking in. Are you breathing? So this is our first mobility move. So we're going to come in, we're in cobbler, and from cobbler, we're going to draw our knees together, walk your feet out wide. So you're kind of coming into the big toe edge of your feet. So it's somewhat like constructive rest pose. I'm just going to shift it this way so you can see what I'm doing. This is about all I have as far as my range of motion goes. But ideally, like, you're really working on kind of doing the opposite of cobbler. So getting your knees and your legs down to the ground in this position. This is where I go. And then we're going to open back up to cobbler. And then into what I call constructive rest pose, but trying to go a little deeper. And draw those knees in together and down. Good. Let's do this one more time through cobbler. That's external rotation of the hips. And now we're really working on that internal rotation. Great job. Let's just let it go. Maybe lengthen out those legs and shake them out. All right, let's roll over to your right side. And we're going to come into a strength move again, side plank. So you have lots of options here. You can do this on your forearm. You can come up to your hands. You can bring a bottom knee down. You can even do both knees down. And of course, you can stack your legs, or scissors a little easier. So what you're looking for is shoulders stacked and hips stacked. Join me. Again, forearm. I'm going to stay on my forearm. You can pop up to your hand, focusing really on squeezing that lower oblique. And maybe this other arm is straight up in the air. And we're going to hold here for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release down. You could roll to your other side. So my back isn't to you. I'm just going to go to the other side here. All right, again, finding side plank. Let's pop up. And again, hold. Everything's stacked. You're squeezing your lower oblique. Shoulders are stacked. Hips are stacked. For 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly lower down. And again, ease back down to your back, hugging your knees into your chest and rock. So I wanted to get a hamstring stretch. In fact, I meant to do that before we did our side planks. Looks okay. So from here, let's drop your left foot down, taking that right leg up to the sky. This is where you could grab your strap. You could hold on to your big toe like I'm doing, calf or hamstring. Just working on getting that back grounded, keeping it grounded. And then again, just focusing on the back of your leg here. Breathe. One more. I'm going to take it into figure 4 and just rock side to side for a moment. And then we'll go to the other side for hamstring stretch. All right, let's drop our right foot down, grab that left leg, bringing it up and hold. My left side is way tighter. My right side's tight. Left side's way tighter. Maybe you're noticing a difference, which is what I love yoga for. I love the idea of just taking the time. You're not, you know, in a quick, fast-paced aerobics class. You're not running, but you're slowing down enough to really pay attention. Wow, I did not realize I was so tight here. You know, like having these conversations with yourself. All right, let's let it go into figure 4 or pigeon as we rock. So it's getting quiet enough to hear your body whispering to you before it actually has to start yelling at you. All right, let's go ahead and release. We're gonna rock up. So maybe you like, it feels good just to kind of rock and roll a little bit on your spine. You can always go side to side. Well, let's come up. We're gonna come into tabletop, hands and knees. Take a few cat and cows. Let's drop our belly into cow as we inhale, shoulder blades come together, and round into cat. All right, coming into neutral spine. Let's take a few fire hydrants. So we're going to get our right knee out. And I want you to imagine you've got a really heavy band. So there's a lot of resistance here. Or maybe someone's here pressing down your thigh as you're trying to bring it up to the sky. All right, that's 1. Let's go. 2. Big exhale. Press the ground away at the same time. 3. Exhale. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one. All right, let's shoot that same leg straight back. Hips are leveled, abs are pulled in, and left arm lifts and holds. Shoulders are back and down. And release. We're going to thread the needles. Take your right arm to the sky. And then you're going to send it through underneath your left arm. It's coming all the way down to the side of your face. Let's take this left hand and let's kind of bring it to your lower back and even further as you take it to rest on your right thigh. So feeling this left shoulder opening. Take one more. Emptying out. And we're going to slowly come on up. All right, and we're going to repeat that on the other side. So we're just going to shift this way. Left leg. We're going to take it into fire hydrants. Abs are engaged. And let's go here for 1. Big exhale. 2. Do Pilates breath if you like. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one. Good. Take that leg straight back. Hips are level. And add your right arm. Spinal stretch and hold. One more big inhale. And release. All right, let's take one down dog. Hands are grounded, fingers are spread. Tuck your toes. Down dogs are a little challenging on carpet. I probably should bring my fingertips to the wall just so I don't feel like I'm a slip. But if you're, there I go. If you're on a yoga mat, taking up lots of space, don't be afraid. Don't paddle out like I am. Or you can stay still. You can move your hips. Yeah, let's just take one more. And release. Knees down. Cross at your ankles. And send your legs forward. All right, we're going to take a seated forward fold here. So if you're really tight, first of all, if you're really tight, you can always sit up on a 2 yoga blocks, or if you've got a yoga bolster, go for it. Otherwise, you can keep those knees nice and bent. Nice big inhale. Lengthen through your back. Keep that length. All you're doing here, all we're doing is folding from our hips. Nice straight back. Go to that warm stretch. And then from here, where you are, you're not going to move. You're just going to sort of lengthen as if someone's kind of pulling you by your ears to the wall in front of you. Sort of lengthen out of your hips. And then can you fold a little deeper, keeping that length in your back? Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lengthen out of your hips. Almost like doing a halfway lift. And then again, fold. Let's hang out here, breathe. Okay, we're going to let our backs round as we ease up. All right, from here, we're going to come into a stacked position, so fire log or double pigeon. Let's start with our right leg on top. Maybe you're not quite as stacked, you're kind of here. If you need to put a blanket here because this knee is up, as long as there's no pain, do what you can to make this work. If all else fails, you can just come into a cross-legged position. But from here, we're going to go into some hip circles. Good, let's go in the other direction. All right, and then coming right back up. If you're in a stacked position, you're going to take a twist. You're going to take your right elbow to your, basically your left thigh, but it's going to kind of be right into your foot. And then you're going to take your left arm up. So, and then you're going to bring fist to fist, or you could go palm to palm. If you are in a, if fire log doesn't work for you, you're not stacked, then you are going to just take a seated twist. But if you're able to do fire log, you're going to come into a twist like this. So you're kind of using your hands, sort of pressing your hands together, kind of digging into this bottom elbow, just to be able to twist deeper. And we'll ease out of it. It's one of my favorites, so hopefully you're able to feel that. We'll go ahead and switch, stacking the other direction, and let's ease back into some circles. Let's take a few in the other direction. All right, let's get into our twist. So we're going to twist over to the right. Our left elbow is going to come down under our foot. And on our thigh, we're going to take fist to fist or palm to palm. So go a little deeper into this twist. And carefully ease out of that. All right, let's ease back into tabletop, and we're going to slowly come down to our stomach. So let's take one cat and cow from tabletop. So just drop back into cow. Good, round to cat. And then from here, from tabletop, or maybe a modified plank, back in those knees up. And of course, you can come down to your toes. Let's come into chaturanga. Skip this part if you need to, but if you can, you're going to shift forward. Shoulders are back and down, and then lower all the way. All right. We're going to take a few cobras here with our hands hovering, shoulders back and down. Inhale up and lower. Okay, let's go 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift up, send your arms into locust, so reaching back behind you. Add your legs, lifting your legs up off the floor, engaging your glutes, pressing your hips into the ground, shoulder blades are together, and hold for a count of 5. Good. 4, gazing down. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake it out, wiggle out your hips. We're going to take a quad stretch here. Just drawing your right heel in, grabbing that foot. You can always use a strap here. Pressing your heel into your glute, tucking your pelvis. Let's do one more here. Let go of your foot and just ease it down with control. And we'll take the other side. And let it go. Slowly back down. All right, we're going to come back down or back to our backs. So you can flip like your favorite pancake. You all love pancakes, I'm sure. So you're going to lift up to Superman and with control, roll to your back. Ta-da. All right, I'm going to wiggle over here. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. We're going to start off with dead bugs. So drawing your knees right over your hips, arms are reaching for the sky. And let's take your right leg. You can tap your toes down or you can lengthen that leg out. Your goal is to keep your lower back grounded. And we're going to exhale out of our mouth, that Pilates breath. So arms back behind you, extend your leg, and then back to center. And we'll switch, arms and left leg. And back, and 2. Good, 3. 4. Last one, 5. Release. Next, we're going to go into a leg drop. You have lots of options for this. Full version, Your shoulder blades can lift, hands can come back behind your neck or reach, or even to your lower back for support. You can go one leg at a time or both legs. If that's too much for you today, go back to bent knees with tapped toes. And of course, shoulder blades can be down for all versions of that. All right, let's go here. Exhale, lowering slowly down, keeping your back grounded, and right back up. So your goal is not to see how low you can go. Your goal is to keep your back down, abs, ribs drawn in. And 3. Good. 2 more. 4. Good. Last one. And release. Great job. All right, drop your feet. Let's go ahead and take your, let's come into pigeon. So right ankle right over your left thigh, and draw your left thigh in. And just drop your foot, right knee over your left, arms out at T, knees fall left, gaze right. Back to center. We'll take pigeon on the other side, so right thigh comes in. And let's drop, knees cross, knees fall right. All right, unwind, take a full body stretch. Again, we're going to roll back over to our stomachs. Press yourself up to cobra, but gaze up, really stretching out the front of your body. Feel free to wiggle out if that feels good. And then ease back. We're going to take puppy dog. So from tabletop, just walking your hands forward, sending your armpits down, resting on your forehead or chin, and breathe. Inhale out, press up to your hands, and come to a very comfortable seat. We're going to roll our shoulders back and take a few to the front. This big inhale, reach up. And exhale, release. If you need a little bit more time, if you want to add a little mini final resting pose, hit pause, lie down, take up lots of space, or hit pause and stay in this comfortable seat. Otherwise, join me with your thumbs pressed into your chest, your eyes closed, and gazing down, getting connected to your breath and to your heartbeat. Acknowledging yourself for showing up for 20 or so minutes, moving your body and breathing. Acknowledging yourself for coming to your mat today, taking care of yourself. So now you can go off and take care of those you need to in a stronger, healthier way. Showing up as a better community member, better you. Take nice. Take one big full inhale. Exhale it out. And from my heart to yours. Thanks so much for joining me. My goal is to do this more often. That felt great. I needed it for sure. I need to practice more on my own. So I hope to see you back here soon. As always, leave a comment. Let me know how that went for you. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Let me know if you have any questions around a pose or even something about health. And of course, if you are enjoying my page, please like it and share it. And of course, subscribe. Thanks again, and I will see you back here soon. Bye.